Talk more about this historic event. Joining me for that is the Managing Director of the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, Abimbola Akinajo. Thanks for joining us on TVC News at 10. This is huge. About 200,000 people are expected to commute daily on this new mode of transportation. Tell us, how exactly is this to work? How many coaches are there?
Good evening, and thank you very much for having me. So as a start, right now we have 3 4-car coaches or 3 4-car trains. So that means each train has 4 cars or 4 coaches on it. And that's what we expect to start operations with. The capacity of the design is to have a train every 3 minutes. And to get to that full optimized position, it's all dependent on availability of rolling stock as well as passenger demand. And that will obviously be as per what the peak period, for instance. We all know that Lagos is tidal in its traveling form. So the peak period, you will need a lot more trains than you will need outside of the peak. So for it to work, there will be the system responding to passenger demand. And to start, we will start with the 3 coaches or the 3 4-car trains, and then we will grow from there.
All right. And when exactly can Lagos residents begin accessing the facilities?
So like we said, what this has done, we have completed the infrastructure or the civil infrastructure, and we will now begin to test our systems and our processes. So in that period, we will be carrying passengers, but it will not be commercial. So we will be taking people just so that we can get used to the system as we have it. So we will have maybe some days we will take people, market women or market men. We will take students. We will take civil society groups, just to begin to introduce the people to the system. But as per full commercial operations, that will not happen until we have completed that testing period, worked closely with NRC, and we expect that to be toward the end of the first quarter of next year.
All right, this is the first phase of the project. Talk to us about the other phases.
Okay, so this is the first phase of the project. The Blue Line rail system is actually from Okokomaiko to Marina, and that is a 27-kilometer rail line. And like we've always said, as is normal world over, it is usual to build rail systems in phases. So we've built the first phase now, which is from Marina to Mile 2, and the second phase will be from Okokomaiko to Mile 2, and that will be the completion. That will be another 13 kilometers of rail system and about 7 stations that we will have.
All right. And what would you say is the benefits of this mode of transportation for the government on one hand and Lagosians on the other hand?
So in terms of Lagosians, it tells us in its very nature, it is mass. This is the only form of mass transit that will carry the sort of numbers that we need. Lagos is a city that does about 22 million trips in a day. And no matter how many buses you put out, what we will be speaking to would be congestion. So obviously, to be able to efficiently and quickly move people, we need the rail systems, obviously complemented by other modes of transportation, the buses, the high-capacity buses, as well as the ferry systems. There is nothing that works better than an integrated bus transit, integrated transportation system.
All right, so much to say about this, but I'm afraid that's the much time would permit us. Thank you very much for sharing this insight with us. Managing Director LAMATA, Abimbola Akinajo, thanks a whole lot for talking to us on TVC News.
Thank you very much. Okay.